So I'm going to try to self-record a one-person Zoom to do this presentation. So hopefully it works. So yeah, here we go. Share my screen. Okay. All right, so this is my current events presentation. The article that was chosen for me was Elementary School in Ocoee focuses on inclusion for students with autism. If you're not good with geography like me, you'd have no idea where Ocoee is. So that's in Florida. The article was written by Julie Broughton, and it was written this year on 5/18. And there's the article, or there's the link, sorry, to the article. So starting with my summary, the first thing that really stood out to me was the different personalities that kids with autism and special needs have. Some kids with autism are very independent. Some, they like to be on their own, like do their own thing. They don't necessarily want the help from the teacher. But some kids with autism are the opposite, and they seek attention. They want the attention of the teachers, the students. They want help with everything that they're doing. So how do you find that good balance? Well, that's what the teachers of Ocoee schools are trying to find. How often do you let them on their own? How often do you help them? So to find that good balance is something they're really working on and striving to get better at. So inclusion for these kids helps build a community. Inclusion overall helps build a community, but especially with these kids, the more exposed the community and the different students are to autism and other special needs, the more acceptance there will be. You hear that when you don't understand something, it's probably because you don't know enough about it. And that's so true with this as well. The more these kids are exposed to, what a kid with autism might go through on a daily basis, the more they'll be able to accept it and understand it. And also just including kids with autism in the crowd, just making them one of you, is just really going to help. And it's really going to bring build a strong community and, create a safe place for these kids. And the last point I want to make about the summary is a program called Barracuda Buddies. It's a program started by Ocoee schools, and it's just pairing up kids, a more mainstream student with a kid with, pair them up with a kid with autism or a special need, and they play at recess with them, they eat lunch with them, they do different school activities with them, and it's just a win-win for both kids. So now going to my reaction, shout out to Corin Metz. She talked a lot throughout this article about her daily life as a teacher. And you could just tell she's really caring and genuine. She personalizes her teaching for the kids with special needs. And she has very similar views to me. So obviously when somebody agrees with you, you like it. But she just seems to do a really good job at her job. Just really specializing her teaching to each student so that they learn best. And that's the kind of teacher I want to be. I just have to say, my second point, Barracuda Buddies is awesome. It promotes love and inclusion. It's a learning experience for everyone. Like I said earlier, it's win-win for both students. And through this, there could be lasting friendships made. I just think, maybe a mainstream student, they get thrown into this and they're like, I don't know if I even want to do this. But then they realize like, this kid is awesome and he's a lot like me. And, it just could build lasting friendships. And it's just a great learning experience for both of them to see the other side of the spectrum and understand what each kid goes through, on a daily basis, and make them realize how similar they are. Just wrapping up here, my last point. I really like this article and I agreed with it. So 10 out of 10, cheesy smile guy. I thought it was very well written, and I just love that Ocoee Schools is promoting inclusion, creating programs for it. And just in a world where mental health is kind of going down the drain, we just need love and inclusion. And I'm just so glad that there's a news article out there that's actually makes you feel good instead of tearing you down. So I love it. It's a great article. And that's my presentation.